It's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that we got. I mean, he has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently with, at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do for the remainder of the season.
So what gives you hope then? Just to give hope.
I just think defense, special teams are doing better. The defense is pretty good, and if we can just complete a pass, it would look good. We got to complete some passes. You got to convince them that you can do something. Otherwise, it's hard to have a game that you could win.
He's an idiot.
Damn, that's certainly some harsh words uttered by Jets owner Woody Johnson. However, that is how a lot of Jets fans are feeling right now regarding the Justin Fields situation. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about Justin Fields getting blasted by the Jets for being a failure. With the Jets having an 0-7 record this season, it seems as if Woody Johnson is essentially done with the Justin Fields experiment. Remember, the Jets are currently on track to land the first overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. Did Justin Fields fail the Jets, or did the Jets fail Justin Fields? I feel like the evidence is strongly overwhelming towards one side, which is the Jets failing Justin Fields. I understand Justin Fields has rightfully been considered a terrible quarterback in every aspect ever since he joined the Jets, but was Justin Fields ever really this bad prior to joining the Jets organization? I understand Justin Fields had his struggles in Chicago for 3 years and that he is certainly not a pass-first quarterback. I understand Justin Fields has trouble reading defenses and that he has to rely on his athleticism in order to save him. However, Justin Fields has shown in the past that he is capable of winning football games if you tailor the right skill sets around him. And Justin Fields did not get the benefit of the doubt on the New York Jets. You look at how Justin Fields in Chicago, he had his moments in terms of being able to make big plays downfield. Now, granted, a lot of that was because Justin Fields was able to run the football at a high level, but you also look at how Justin Fields experienced some success on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I understand he was carried to an extent, but he was 4-2 as the Steelers starter. He had the Steelers in first place of their own division when he was their starting quarterback, and Justin Fields had a way of finding ways to make plays downfield, whether it was through running or being able to throw the deep ball to George Pickens. But the fact of the matter is, Justin Fields was somewhat a decent quarterback, at least during his first 4 years in the NFL. But all of a sudden, he goes to the New York Jets and he looks like absolute trash. I think a lot of Justin Fields' failures have to be blamed on coaching. Does anyone actually think Aaron Glenn is a good coach? Heck no. Woody Johnson talking about how Aaron Glenn has done a good job on the Jets. Are you kidding me? What have you been watching, Woody Johnson? No wonder why that organization has been filled with trash ever since Woody Johnson took over as the Jets owner. The New York Jets are the worst ran organization in all of football, and you can clearly see why. Their owner is absolutely clueless, and he sounds like a drunk idiot who just only looks at quarterbacks and says, yup, that quarterback can't do the job. Let's just put another guy in there and see what happens. When you have an owner that has that kind of mentality, you're not going to experience a lot of success. You think it's a coincidence Sam Darnold played his worst football on the New York Jets? You think it's a coincidence Aaron Rodgers had a down year on the New York Jets? You think it's a coincidence that every single hire the New York Jets have made at the head coach position has essentially been a failure? No, no, and no. The New York Jets are being failed by their owner, and Woody Johnson doesn't understand how to run an organization whatsoever. To me, the evidence is clear in that the Jets failed Justin Fields more than Justin Fields failed the Jets. I also want to show you guys this clip of Dan Orlovsky declaring Justin Fields' time on the New York Jets to essentially be over. After Woody Johnson made those comments regarding Justin Fields, Dan Orlovsky essentially put the Jets organization on blast for setting up their quarterback to fail. Roll the film.
Justin Fields' time as the starting quarterback with the Jets is over. I mean, there's no way, as a head coach, Aaron Glenn, you can hear the owner say the things that he said about the quarterback's performance and then have him go out and continue to be your starting quarterback. And if you're Justin Fields, there's no way that you can, once again, hear those comments and think that organizationally there's any belief in you. When we sat with the Jets, it was very clear from Aaron Glenn's perspective he wanted Justin Fields to be his guy. He talked about competing against him when he was in Detroit and Chicago and how difficult and challenging that was. It hasn't been the case outside of really week 1 in New York.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson's injury, the offensive line hasn't performed. It's not just a, hey, quarterback, get there and play well and everything's going to be fixed. But there's no way that the Jets can continue with Justin Fields as their starting quarterback after the owner publicly has said what he said.
Correct! That's right. Dan Orlovsky is indeed correct regarding his take about Justin Fields. I understand Dan Orlovsky sometimes has terrible takes, but this is not one of them. Dan Orlovsky is 1000% right regarding what is happening on the New York Jets. The New York Jets are 0-7 right now, and their owner is clearly trying to find a scapegoat as to why the New York Jets are starting out this badly. Obviously, Justin Fields is being used as the scapegoat. They're going to go ahead and start Tyrod Taylor at the quarterback position. I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know right now that ain't going to solve a damn problem on the New York Jets. Tyrod Taylor might be a decent backup quarterback, but he's not going to go out there and save lives in the Jets organization. And even if Tyrod Taylor somehow saves the New York Jets, well, the New York Jets are going to lose out on the opportunity to gain the number 1 overall pick. So what is there to even gain regarding playing Tyrod Taylor at the quarterback position? I understand why the Jets are doing it. They're looking for a spark offensively. They're looking for a scapegoat as to why the Jets have started out as poorly as they have. But I don't think benching Justin Fields in the long term is going to do much of anything regarding how the Jets are going to be saved. Justin Fields is not a good quarterback. I absolutely agree with that. He's 14-36 in the NFL as a starting quarterback. He certainly has trouble reading defenses. He's not accurate with a football in his hands. I understand Justin Fields has no interceptions this year, but it's hard to throw interceptions when you're dunking every pass into the ground or throwing every pass out of bounds or taking sacks all the time. Justin Fields didn't really give the Jets much of a chance. I don't think Tyrod Taylor is going to do much of anything regarding the boost of the Jets offense, but maybe Tyrod Taylor can complete some passes downfield and maybe the New York Jets can get a spark offensively. I don't really expect that to happen though. Woody Johnson's had a long history of being a failure on the Jets, more so than Justin Fields being a failure at the NFL level. I do believe both guys should be held responsible for why they have underachieved regarding their NFL careers. One guy at the quarterback position, the other guy being at owner. The New York Jets are a sorry organization. They haven't made the playoffs since 2010. They're not going to make the playoffs this year. The New York Jets at this point are going to be taking a quarterback in the 2026 NFL draft, and you have to think long and hard about how the Justin Fields experiment failed big time. They paid this dude $30 million in guaranteed money to get 0 wins. That's unacceptable. Justin Fields was failed by the Jets organization because they don't know how to develop quarterback play whatsoever. You look at how Sam Darnold, Joe Flacco, and Aaron Rodgers have gone on to have better years once they left the New York Jets. I know that some Jets quarterbacks, they are set up for failure, but they're not any good anyways. But you also have to think about the other Jets quarterbacks that failed when they were in there and then all of a sudden looked a lot better once they left the New York Jets. The fact of the matter is the New York Jets are a graveyard for quarterbacks to get developed. Justin Fields was not set up for success on the New York Jets. They didn't understand how to develop his skill set whatsoever, and as a result of that, that's why Justin Fields has led the Jets to an 0-7 record, and now it feels like the Justin Fields experiment is essentially over. So that is why I believe the Jets failed Justin Fields, as the Jets have a long history of being a dysfunctional organization throughout the Woody Johnson era. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @DustinEngstrand Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinEngstrand, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinEngstrand. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.